Hey there, welcome back to Smiley Mama. I just wanted to give an update. I am about 10 and a half weeks now, and we just came back from Florida. We had an awesome vacation there, and did our gender reveal, so I'll definitely be sharing that video. I might share that before this one because it came before this one. But we had some complications when we were in Florida. We went out to eat on a Saturday, and after dinner, thankfully we were done and we're just waiting to get our checks back. I felt some wetness, and so I ran to the bathroom and discovered that I was bleeding, and that's not good. I've had spotting in pregnancy before, but this was bleeding, and I know bright red bleeding during pregnancy is a sign for alarm. So I freaked out. We got back to the hotel, which is quite a journey. Our room was like the furthest room from the elevator, so you have to go through the lobby, get to the elevator, go up 15 flights, and then walk to the furthest room. So finally get to the room, and I was freaking out, so scared that I was losing the baby. Called the midwife, and she was really reassuring. That really helped put my mind at ease, because within an hour and a half or so, my bleeding had stopped. I had no cramping or anything like that, and so she was like, I think this is still part of normal pregnancy. I think everything's gonna be okay. So fast forward 2 days later, on my husband's birthday, we went out on a little boat. We did some snorkeling and saw some dolphins, came back, and we had just parked, and again I felt wet, and I was in my swimsuit, but it was enough that I just reached my hand down there and had blood all over my hand, and I was like, it's happening again, and get out of the car, and it's running down my legs in the parking garage, and my girls are there, and I'm trying to hold it together. And so we used some beach towels and wrapped them around me, and again had to go all the way to the room, which felt like forever. And I get in the room and I sit on the toilet, and I'm just bleeding, and I passed a clot. I don't know, about the size of a quarter, something maybe a little bit bigger. So I felt it come out, and it was in the toilet, and I'm like, something came out. I was so worried I was miscarrying, and my husband was sweet enough to dig it out of the toilet, and he's like, I think it's just a clot. And I looked at it, I'm like, I think you're right. And we sent the picture to the midwife. I think it's a clot. I did have some cramping. It wasn't super painful, but I could tell it was cramping, and I bled for a while. And so my midwife brought up this subchorionic hemorrhage or subchorionic bleed or clot. They call it different names. And it can totally be fine. You can have a totally healthy pregnancy and have this bleeding. So she's like, I really think that's what it is. I don't want you to freak out too much. When you get back here, we'll do an ultrasound and check on everything. So today's that day. We are about to leave to go to the ultrasound place, and I'm super anxious. I'm not bleeding anymore. I haven't bled since Monday, and today's Friday. So yeah, we are just really praying that we see a tiny little baby with a heartbeat in there. And I'm also praying that if it is a subchorionic bleed, that we can somehow diagnose that today, and that it's done and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I will give you an update after the appointment. Oh, look at her! Oh, she's doing good.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
She's happy.
She just got lunch.
She's like, it's Friday.
Oh, yay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Look at that.
my goodness.
Oh, look at your little sweetheart. She couldn't look better.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll fix you.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Alright,
So can you tell if there's still like,
so some blood. That's
Yeah.
what right?
okay,
Yeah, I could see just a little bit right there.
All
You
right.
See the sac here? And
Yeah.
it's right on the outside. It's not much.
okay.
And everything, the sac looks good. I mean, everything looks fine. I think it's
Awesome.
Just, oh, there's a little more there.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
a little giant head.
Let me get a measurement for you, but I think it's
We're home. Dropped the kids off at my in-laws, and hubby and I grabbed a quick bite to eat, and then we went to our ultrasound appointment, and both of us were extremely nervous. But as soon as she stuck that wand on my tummy, there was this perfect, tiny little, big-headed baby girl just moving and shaking. They said everything looks perfect, nothing to worry about. There was a little bit, like a little pocket of blood that she could see. So I may have another small episode of bleeding, or I may just absorb it on my own. But other than that, she said everything looks absolutely perfect. The baby is healthy. I'm 10 weeks, 4 days today, but was measuring 11 weeks, which is fine. I cook them fast, and I usually measure ahead. So, yeah, we are completely relieved. Poor Hazel, we told her the news, and she said, I'm not gonna lose my baby sister. And she was crying, and we're all just so happy and so relieved. I feel like a huge weight has been lifted, and we can move forward planning for a healthy baby girl to be born this winter, spring, into February, early March. So yeah, we're just thanking God. I had reached out to some close friends and my small group from church, and a couple family members, and everybody was praying, and so my phone was blowing up all morning with people saying they were praying for our appointment, and we got to update everybody, and everybody's so excited and happy, and so it's a really good day, and I think I'm gonna take a nap now. I'm so tired. I think the emotional day is just wearing on me. Ready to take a nap and keep cooking this little baby. Thanks for joining me. We'll be back with another update soon. Have a great one.